it's Jen and Joe with Training Logs of Parents of 8, and this is Sunday, what is it, the 26th?
26th
of September 2021. We're glad you guys are here. This is our weekly recap of our Dopey training week 11.
Week 11. And
Yeah.
today is 100 days from the 5K.
Wow.
So not the home stretch, but it's even
Getting
a lot
there.
more real.
Yeah, because what do we have left?
You counted up, it was 11 weeks?
No, we're in,
We're in week 11.
Yeah, we're 14 weeks until
14.
the event. So
100 days, 14
we're getting
weeks.
there, slowly but surely. Sometimes it feels like a crawl, and then other times it feels like it's going by so fast. So
Almost halfway done.
Yeah.
It was a good week, though.
Yeah, it
Overall.
wasn't bad. I don't know. This week didn't feel as crazy as past weeks with life in general.
Yes.
Not just training, but just life.
It's the off week for tests at school.
Always
Really
makes
is.
a difference. I'm telling you, always makes a difference.
So this week, I think she's got 2 or 3 tests, and it's going to be
I
fun.
know one big one. I think that's on Tuesday
Tuesday, yeah.
or Wednesday. I can't remember. She was working on stuff for it.
Yes.
But everything else seems to. I mean, everybody else is.
Yeah, everything else seemed to be, it's like a calm before the storm.
I guess so.
Because as we know, we're just at the end of September, so we keep talking about we got to register kids for basketball.
Yeah.
So we've got Teresa, Kayla, Nick, Anna, and Cornelia to 5. We got 5 playing this winter. And based on ages and different things.
All different locations and all different spots.
It's going to be a fun winter.
Yeah. Always is. Always is. So, I don't know.
So, Monday.
We didn't try anything new this week.
No, but we can talk about how some of the things went that we had.
Yeah.
Because we had issues last week with pickups. And so Monday we had our run with pickups.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like this one.
So yeah, I mean, this was one of the
It
first.
was okay. There wasn't. I mean, nothing to write
No.
home about, right? I mean,
No, I mean, it was one of you're getting to the point where the 1 hour run doesn't seem like a big deal. So the strength is getting there with the
yeah.
base. But yeah, I mean, it was, a 1 hour run we got.
I mean, our pace now for
5
this
miles.
stuff of 5.5
Yeah.
in an hour, and we're under 11 for the pace on that now.
Yes. Come up with it, show it.
So it's kind of blurry, but at least for me, maybe not for everybody else.
Blur on this screen, but doesn't seem to be on the screen.
Okay,
So
good.
that seems
That's good.
good things. It looks like you guys.
Yeah,
can
so
read it, but you can't.
5.5, so 5.5 miles in an hour. And
Yeah.
we're sub 11. I mean, barely,
There it is,
but
10:50. So yeah,
sub
but we
11.
didn't run hard, and this one had pickups, and
This had pickups, but I don't remember this run.
I don't
I
remember
just
the
don't
pickups
remember it.
being as hard in this run.
I thought there was.
They were no, but as we were talking about this last week, last Friday, we had abandoned them,
Oh, right.
and I think we're getting more used to doing them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad this week, but it was a fun run.
Yeah.
We got it done. We got done early. It was
Yeah.
an early run, and then we moved on.
I mean, I hate getting up in the morning. I absolutely hate
It's
it.
gonna be the hardest part, actually, in some ways, with 4 days.
Yeah.
It's the
That will be what does me in.
We
It
keep
won't be the athletic part. It will be the
getting to bed and getting up.
Yeah.
Because we keep trying to talk about, on Saturday of the half marathon, it's going to be we're going to run, take a nap, get up, basically walk, go get dinner, and have to be in bed by go to mass.
Yeah.
And have to be in bed,
by 7.
something like that.
I don't go to bed at 7:00 at night.
But we're going to be so tired, so hopefully we do just. Anyways.
I don't know.
so
Melatonin, it's going to have to be. I mean, I know
Yes.
we're going to have to test it out, but
So Tuesday was our walk.
I'm a night owl by nature. I'm not a.
She doesn't like getting up in the morning. I don't really either, but of the two of us, I'm much better getting up in the
Especially
morning,
when
which
there's
is
an
not.
alarm. If there's an alarm, it's worse for me because I'm always waking myself up because I feel like I'm gonna sleep through it. I'm assuming everybody goes through that, but I don't wake up to an alarm anymore, and I don't have babies that naturally wake me up like I used to.
We're gonna have like 5 alarms set every morning. If anyone wants to call us on those mornings, we'll be waiting for your call to make sure we're up. And it is.
Oh my gosh.
That is actually my biggest fear. Is not that we don't finish the race.
Oh, I know
'Cause
we'll
I think
finish. I don't.
It's
I'm
that
not
we
worried
don't
about
show
that.
up for the start.
Right. Yeah.
That is where my anxiety lies.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Tuesday we went for a short
Tuesday
walk.
we just got up and we walked. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing. I mean that's what seems to be the easiest cross training for now when it's
Nice weather.
nice weather, just to get up and walk, and it feels like it helps stretch the legs back out.
Yes,
after.
shake them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, it gives us a half hour, 45 minutes of peace and quiet to talk and discuss and just that,
Life.
Just
What has to be done around the house? Who has to do what?
so-
And then we had like this rain from.
Well, it was rained a little bit early on Wednesday. Like I woke up and it was wet.
It rained. No, it rained.
It really picked up like Wednesday and then
Yeah.
into Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So we just took it as a rest day, which our training plan is like flexible with, because technically on Thursdays we could opt for not having.
right. Choose your own
Right.
adventure. You could technically take it as a rest day.
Right. So we just ended up swapping Wednesday and Thursday, which was kind of
We didn't
good
really
in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
Because, well, I guess we didn't really swap it. We just took it as a rest day. Mentally, I needed it.
yeah. I
I mean, every once in a while, everybody just kind of needs
need a day.
I was in a. I
It
don't
was
know.
a bad day.
Yeah, I was
There
just.
was a lot going on.
There was. I don't even remember what it was. I was just in a funk, and I didn't want to do it, so we didn't.
So we
And it
moved on
was
to
raining.
Thursday.
Thursday, so this is like our choose whatever we want to do that day, and running's part of it. So we just opted, since we didn't
Especially,
run on Wednesday, we just went out and did this run, and I don't know. This one actually was kind of like fun. I felt.
Yes, it was actually. My legs felt good. They felt free and easy.
Yeah.
And actually, I thought we ran faster than we did. I could have gone faster. Like,
So this map thing, I love it because it like shows you like I don't know. You get to see like the distance that you actually cover, like
yeah,
through your town or whatever. But it's always off.
yes, it does.
It never gives like the full distance and the time.
Yeah, I mean, it had us a little short of 3 miles, and you can see and then it had our pace instead of being 10:09, it was like 10:15.
I mean, which is not a big deal. It's all relative in the long
more of
scheme thing. It's like
personal
a mental
pride.
thing.
Yeah, because we knew we were running fast.
Yeah.
And honestly, the last mile, I felt like I could have gone faster.
Yeah, I knew that I had more leg in me to go harder and faster. And I don't know if it's just because I knew it was a 30-minute run. Like I knew it was going to be quick and done and
Yes,
like easy. I mean, at this point, 30 minutes is
it's easy. Yes,
It's where they're quick, done, and over with. I feel like, I don't know, I'm caught between the two. Like it's nice to get it done and over with in the morning, but sometimes in the evening I need that like clear my head, like clear the mechanism type thing, and like reset myself. And that's what this run did. It was at 7 in the evening, and I just feel like after everything that had gone on all day and the rain and the dreariness, and it cleared up and it was so pretty. Remember, it had been so humid even with the rain.
I don't think it has a temperature on here, but it had to be 70.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. It was, I remember when the sun was setting and it was like
it was really just
the pretty skies and everything. I don't know. Sometimes you just to change it up. Anyway, it was a good run.
I felt like it just felt good. Like running, I felt like it was an informed good. It just was a nice fun run.
It was good.
So then it takes us to Friday, which kind of is funny because it follows up on what you were just saying in that. So we ran Friday. Did we run early? I don't even remember.
We ran in the morning. So it was kind of like almost doing like a true, well, not a true back-to-back because everything would have been in the morning, but all these runs now are going to start to blend together. I don't know why it does this. It's the way it saves to my phone sometimes.
It's not
so
that
weird.
big a deal. But so this one was another one with pickups.
Yeah.
And we debated not doing the pickups on this one.
Right.
Because of last Friday.
Yeah, on our warm up, we were like, are we going to do these? Are we not going to do these?
Maybe we'll just do 2 and do it at like 10 and 30.
Right.
It was 45 minutes.
Right. But it ended up being a decent run, right?
Right.
Like,
We ended up doing the pickups.
We did all 4 of them, right?
We did
That's
all
what it
4 of
called
them.
for.
And it ended up being, we got 4 miles in 45 minutes. So we were
Yeah.
10:47. I thought we were a little fast enough. Anyway, but again, it was another one where the pickups, we felt it, but
Yeah.
our bodies started to get more adjusted to it. So we're handling them better. And it's bringing the pace down. You can
Sure.
definitely
Yeah, you
see
can see it. And these are mine, so that's my heart rate, not yours. So don't freak out when you look at them.
154 is pretty good for you.
Actually, it is for that pace. So
But this week, I do remember we were done 8 o'clock, which is need to get out a little faster on Friday. I was running a little late to work that day. But that was the night that I came home, like, okay, so what do we have to do tonight? And you're like, we're done.
Yeah.
And there are nights where, like, when it's free like that, and it was a beautiful night, another gorgeous night.
Yeah.
Like, we're in that spot in fall around here where it's 70-ish, and you have it's just perfect weather to be out. And there's something to be said for those nights to go for a walk and just take a quick walk, not a long walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a good,
like
another decent run. It wasn't, as the week was going, it was a good one.
I mean, it's always nice. I feel like we had something in the morning before that, but I guess.
Did you have ADRs or was that a different day?
No, that was
In space?
No,
that was a different day.
That was like a Monday or
I
something.
do feel like there was something
There was
Friday morning you
something,
had
but I
to do
don't remember.
before, which is why we got a late start.
No, I think it was out the dryer.
Yeah, that's another story. Our dryer died this week. That was right. We couldn't get the dryer because we were waiting on. We were actually.
Well, that was also Saturday morning too, but I think it went on Friday on me when I was trying to dry kids' clothes so that I could get to our athletic clothes to be able to do that load. But that was Saturday morning when the dryer just officially died. I mean, you tried to fix it again, but it just.
Yeah, the fix it worked in December. Didn't work again this time. So.
And I had totally forgotten about that. Like December was just really bad. But anyway.
That's a whole other issue.
So you had fixed it and it limped along until now. But I really think that now, you can always say looking back on things, the signs were there because things weren't drying. You always had to turn it back on 2 or 3 times to get things to dry. And things were it was either really, really hot or kind of warmish, and things were not, like, they were still damp.
It just was dying.
Yeah.
It's about 12 years old. We got 11 and a half years out of the dryer. I mean, I can't complain that it didn't last.
Why is it that some people can, get dryers to, last for, I don't know.
I can guarantee you they're not doing close with 10 people. Or they're like one of our sister-in-laws who doesn't use the dryer, but for towels.
Yeah.
Everything else gets hung. Literally, she hangs all over the place.
I mean,
hey, that's what she likes to do.
Works for some people.
She doesn't care about things.
I don't mind it when we're at the beach and there's the laundry line and the sun dries it. I like that. I mean, I don't mind doing it. There's no space here. I mean, I have one little line outside by the grill where I put bathing suits when we come home from the pool. But
we just don't have the space to do it.
No. Well, it's probably frowned upon, don't you, if you're around here?
Probably.
People don't like that type of thing in the city.
So Saturday
we did get out later because we were
trying to get close
praying
dry.
over the dryer to dry said
we needed
athletic
close
wear.
to wear that wasn't starting out smelling like we would run for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or soaking wet.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I don't know.
So Saturday was the longest distance we've ever run?
That we've ever run. Yeah. So because this is the second time repeating this time, we knew we could get to.
Oh yeah, we knew before we started that we hit the half marathon, and then it was a question of what the fastest pace.
How much
further
further we would get past it. And the goal was 14 miles. And even though this beautiful thing doesn't show
That's
it.
not accurate. I'll bring up the other one.
Yeah.
It
does.
also took to 2 hours and 45. It's time.
I did not run a minute over 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, and then the thing is too, is it's crazy is you can look see all these different neighborhoods that we get to go up and down, up and down, up. We really need a better path.
I don't mind it. I actually kind of
Hey, we found out
appreciate
that a road, what was it, this road here, we found out cuts through. We had no idea it came. You can come through this neighborhood like
Oh
this.
yeah, man, we kind of came back at it at a different angle this time.
So it's
yeah.
a little different.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like our little pattern that we have going on with that, but you know, it works.
But as it went in 245, we had here we had this one. 14.
Yeah, we did
245 in 9 seconds.
Well, I mean,
But
okay, so
11:40
when you are using your Apple Watch, and I go in and I set the time, and then we hit start. When I stop completely, like a dead stop, my watch will pause. Does yours do that?
It's supposed to, but I just hit pause just because I don't want to lose the time while it's waiting to figure out that I'm not moving.
So that's why my times sometimes say a longer time, because I just freeze and it takes a minute for it to.
Plus, if you can't tell
because
from me sitting here, I don't do staying perfectly still very well.
But that's the thing, like the moment I move, it starts back up.
Right, so that's why I always hit pause on mine.
But okay, well, sometimes mine's wet because I sweat really bad. But anyway,
I didn't sweat as bad this weekend because it wasn't
was
as hot. The humidity was up there, but the
it was
temperature,
100% humidity.
Well, it was 40.
But it was like
that's right, Saturday
48
morning.
degrees when we left the house that
She
morning.
was freezing.
Oh, it was so cold.
She was so
I had
cold.
long sleeves on. I ran the whole time, pants and long sleeves.
I put a jacket
Compressions.
on that doesn't have sleeves, and I was about 30 minutes in sweating.
Oh,
I wanted to take the
so
jacket
remember
off.
my jacket was dripping wet.
Yeah, her jacket was so wet that it
It
dyed.
bled.
It literally, the hose for the water from the water pack
Mhm.
is red from where it was touching. The
Yeah.
backpack is red.
Yeah.
What else did you dye red? You dyed.
No, it was just the pack. It
And
was
then
the straps for the hydration pack.
See, now, one
and
of
the
the things
hose.
we did learn with this run is so since we were up longer before we started,
Yeah.
we were both so hungry.
Yeah.
So the last couple long runs we've gotten up, you get dressed, you grab your shoes, you grab your water, and you're out the door. And so the wafer thing that we were eating and the banana was enough to get us started.
Right. With
So-
with a noon sports and caffeine drink.
Right, but so this one we left at 7:32, but
But
we had been up since 6.
Yeah.
So by the time we got out on the run, that wasn't enough.
Stupid dryer.
But when we run in the race in January,
Yeah.
we have to catch a bus at 3:00 for a 5:00 start.
Right. So that's 2 hours.
At
We need
least.
more food.
Right.
But we usually we do one of two things with that. And this is what we've learned over time doing this multiple times now. Is either we pick up at the quick service restaurant at the resort wherever we're staying.
Yeah.
The runners
Breakfast,
to go.
which is a little box they've got.
Literally, they call it runners something, runners breakfast. I don't know, runners pack. I think I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to find it. But it has like a bottled water, and not a big one, just like one of those little like new ones.
Bagel.
A bagel, and it usually
Peanut
has
butter.
peanut butter or cream cheese. I can't
I think it
remember.
was peanut butter.
Why do I feel like one time it had both in there?
I don't know. We've always put peanut butter on the bagel, so if it has both. Yes, but
I know.
For-
I did that.
although the podcast we're listening to said not too much peanut butter.
You don't burp it up when you run?
No,
Oh, I do. Banana. And I feel like
there was
A
a granola bar or
something else is in there. But
There
anyway,
was-
so there's enough in there to get you started. We usually share one.
Yes.
Or the other thing is at the start line before you get into the corral. So like when you're walking, you have to like go through security. You have a bag check. There's Joffrey's coffee truck
Yes.
and another food truck there that has breakfast items.
That was a really good breakfast burrito we got there that one time.
And we shared that.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm tired. So yeah, I mean,
But so we found that definitely
we've
we
done
did-
one way or the other. And I
Yeah.
don't think that there's a wrong way to do it. You can always the beauty of a Run Disney race is that, you know, you could pick up your food the night before and have it in your hotel room.
Yes.
Or you can, you know, Amazon, Walmart Plus, whatever, you can have food delivered to your resort and
then
keep
on
it
the
in there.
longer runs, you can always leave the courts and go buy school bread. The Princess Half Marathon,
So the Princess Weekend 2020, before the world,
literally like
Shut
2
down.
weeks before,
Yeah.
even that
I
far.
mean, 2 weeks, 2.5 maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy.
the 10K,
Half.
10K. I stopped on the boardwalk at the bakery.
Oh, that's right.
And I got us pastries
I was
and a
standing in
drink,
line
and
for-
you were standing in line for Mickey, photo with Mickey.
Yes.
So, yes.
It's a wonderful picture because I'm like holding, like trying to get this stuff out of them. They're like, geez, I'm like, what? Huh? Okay, you're done. So
yes.
if you run it and they have the character stops, by the way, they don't warn you. They're taking the picture and moving you on.
Yeah, they're fast. It's not like you're posing, you know.
Nope, no 2 shots either. It's one
But
and
anyway,
done.
so yes, along the course you can.
The half marathon, we went to Norway and we got school bread.
Yeah.
And we got something to drink, didn't we? Or did we just get the school bread?
I'd have to look at the finish line photos because we had school bread each, I think.
Yes,
I don't
we
think
each
we
got
got
our own.
anything. I don't think we got adult beverages.
We had people offering us money for the school bread at the finish line.
Yeah, they're like, that's so smart. Where did you go? I was like, Norway.
Yes. That and some of the best photos we have from the course are in Epcot with the people. Like,
From the different countries, we have
Yeah.
Canada, we have Mexico, we have Norway. I want to say we have somewhere else,
Did we do Germany?
England
No.
or Germany. I don't remember. But if the
those folks were
yeah.
so much fun.
yeah, they were. They were excited that somebody wanted to take pictures
Yeah,
of them.
They were.
They're fun. But anyway, that's for another.
We'll talk. Yeah.
We'll
But
go into that more.
so with this one, what we were talking about was the food. So we needed it on the longer run,
Yeah.
like this weekend. We're gonna need to add something
We're
to
gonna
get
have
us
to get up earlier.
started. Because
we all know how I feel about
and then
that.
this weekend too, we both were saying at the Goose at the 45-minute points.
So yeah, well, what we've learned is that literally you have to calculate every 45 minutes. We
It
need
says it
one
on
of
the
those
package,
foods.
and they're not wrong.
No, they're not.
They say 5 minutes before, which we do the other stuff before, but every
Right.
45 minutes. And literally, I didn't need to look at my watch. I could
Right.
feel, oh, I'm getting low. Like you just feel it, and you look and you go, oh my goodness, I'm doing my goo.
Right.
And you'd pop it, and 2 minutes later, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. Now, that also coincided with this week. We, hi, Alan.
Hi, Ellen. Sorry, I just saw your comment. We're hilarious, I know.
But we walked when we were eating the goose instead of trying to run through it.
Yeah, so we just kind of like took a pause for. I mean,
minute,
you can
2
see
minutes.
it in
The pace, like
the splits. You can tell where we paused. It was like mile 5. Why won't my
Don't worry
split
about it.
come? Oh, it's not the right one. Saturday splits. You can tell it's like mile 5, mile 9. Yeah, mile 9, and then mile 12. So we knew that we needed 3 because of the time.
Right.
So at 45, then we did it, 45 minutes after that, and then 45 minutes after that. You can tell when you need it, and you can tell when it
Yes.
gets in your system. I mean,
Well,
at least now
Yes.
from using
And
it.
then the advantage of walking one, you're not trying to like shove it down as you're trying to run and breathe. And then one of the things they say is you're supposed to suck down a lot of water with it to help. And so when you're running and trying to drink, it's hard.
Too much
you have
math.
to breathe.
I just go off, Ellen, it's true. But now I can feel my body, so I can feel when I need it. So I don't really have to be watching a
The
watch.
clock, yeah.
I can just say, is it time yet? And then, we stop and look at the watch. But usually we can tell well before that,
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited that the average pace,
It's under 12.
yeah, well under 12.
Yes. And
It could probably go
it
lower.
could. This is where we were literally complaining as we were running at the new 2-hour time proof of time versus it used to be 2:30.
Yeah.
we were 2:45 for 14.
Oh yeah. Because
so
we hit at mile 13. We hit that at 2:32.
2:30. Yeah, I was gonna say when who said it. So we 2.5 minutes you could easily find without having to
cross because of all those walking spots that we had.
Or crosswalks or avoiding people. I mean, you could easily get 2 minutes.
Oh, that poor little girl and her dog.
Oh yeah, that some poor little girl was on one of those scooters. There was a 3-wheeled scooter.
Yeah.
And the dog came running after us and pulled her over.
I felt so. I was like slow motion, like I couldn't get to her fast enough.
She didn't look like she was all scraped up.
She wasn't bleeding, thank goodness. But I felt so. I know what pain is, Maureen. I know what pain is. Pain is weakness leaving the body. It for sure is, man. And my knees actually held up for this run.
My knees felt worse before than after, which is.
It was my hip.
My hip was a little weird.
I mean, it feels fine today. It was just yesterday afternoon. I mean, BioFreeze is the greatest invention of all time. Whoever invented that, God
so much
bless them.
Than Bengay because it doesn't smell to high heavens.
BioFreeze. So BioFreeze, any joints that hurt, BioFreeze, and I have a roll-on.
That's
greatest thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah, because then you don't get it on your hands and then touch your eyes.
Next week.
This week there was one thing that we did eliminate, and that was those strides.
Yes.
I have to watch how to do those again because I feel like your hips don't lie. Ellen, you make me laugh.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
So the strides are kind of like you do them for a minute and you like accelerate into it for a little bit and then you decelerate
it's
out
like
of it.
You accelerate up, was it to the 30-second point?
Yeah.
And then you max out at 30 seconds, so you kind of slow down, and then you go back up, and then you slow down.
So you do 6 of them, and because Wednesday we just nixed, we didn't do it this week, so we have to do that this week. So that's one thing that we did, skip or whatever. So that will be added this week. And then Saturday, we have the longest run to date.
And this is where we've talked about in the past, how far are we willing to run straight? And really, we'd always said the 2:45, the half marathon, was the cutoff.
So we'll see, because the thing is, now that we know that we can.
Yeah.
I know. So now becomes this mental thing with me.
This is this conversation. Well, do I cut it off or I don't? How are we going to do it? Well, and based on our pace, we were trying to calculate it out today. You had 30 minutes, basically another 3 miles.
Right.
So it's 14 to 17. That's getting up there. It's really closing in on actually.
So we'll have to see. I mean, I feel like we can do it. It might be slower than an ice. Yes, and we've talked about an ice bath. That's true. For recovery for afterwards.
Try to freeze everything. Yeah.
Yeah, to hold it so that we can get all that lactic acid out. We have a massage gun. I guess that's what it's called.
We have a massage gun. We have a foam roller. We have a couple different things.
Yeah. So we do that. Oh, yeah. No. He does the math. I just show up. So yeah, I guess what we'll have to do is see how the week goes on to determine
what
goal we're going to have. I mean, clearly the goal will be 3:15, but is the goal going to be a distance or is it going to be all running? I mean, even this week with 2:45, we had three
mini walk breaks.
I mean,
which were good to kind of reset things.
They were like a minute long, if that, 2 minutes maybe tops. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll end up running it.
We will.
Let's be honest. We'll sit here and say whatever we're going to do.
But on the race course, there's going to be photo ops. We're hoping. We don't know yet. We don't know what they're going to look like coming back.
In the parks, have some kind of photo op or stop and take photos.
Right, and then there's all the water stations.
Yes.
So we usually walk through those because the ground's so wet. Yes, Ellen, we ran 2 hours and 45 minutes on Saturday. So that was 14 miles. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Joe's putting it back up for you. This is what the ground we covered through town. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah. I mean, that is the longest distance I've ever run in my entire life.
Well, we probably run longer than the half marathon and wine and dine and running around people.
I didn't think of that. So yeah, we'll see. 3:15 is a long. 3 hours and 15 minutes is a long time.
It is. That's
But
going to be a long time just to be on your feet and out.
but just like a marathon in general is a long time.
Yeah,
So,
that I keep trying to think about, like the 5, 6,
I'm actually kind of
7
excited for the end of October. I'm jumping. I know. I realize I'm jumping, but the end of October we have our first mock weekend where we do like the whole simulation.
Yes. Which is close to Halloween, and so
Yeah. So
we're going to fully simulate it and wear our outfits.
yeah. So if you see us
some
around town,
weirdos running around Manassas,
we're going to be dressed in our costumes. One to try them out.
yes, to make sure there's no issues or anything we need to add or anything. Because if you are dressed, this is one of the suggestions I always make. If you're running one of these races and you are wearing a costume,
Yeah.
you should try it out because you don't want to find out on race day that you've got
Something malfunctions.
something that is just driving you up the wall.
Yeah. Something rubbing the wrong way. You know,
Yeah, it might look great in a photo, but
Right.
then when you actually try to run with it,
Right.
so
Yeah. So.
yes, chafing.
Oh. Still, the short runs I have down, like undergarments and stuff, but the long runs I can't figure it out. I don't know what to do.
I've got one pair of shorts I like for the long runs.
And that's what you wear.
That is what I wear every Saturday. It's the same pair of shorts. I'm getting concerned because it's been long enough now that they're starting to going to start wearing out. And so
you need a couple
I'm
of
going to
pairs.
need yeah.
I don't know. So some people use Body Glide. I've just
Yes.
kind of like ditched buying something extra. I just use deodorant. So like I lather myself in areas that I know, like on my stomach line, like where my underwear and my like whatever pants or shorts I'm wearing, where that like rubs. I just started to put deodorant there because, well, I sweat a lot. And so, yeah, Ellen, deodorant, yeah. And so also Aquaphor.
It works really well.
I use Aquaphor like on my legs, all over where the bottle kind of it needs to be replaced. I think we've squeezed
You can
it.
see it's almost.
We've kind of squeezed it out, but yeah, deodorant, Aquaphor. I don't really have. Thank God, knock on wood or whatever you want to call it. My feet, I have not had any blisters or issues so far.
We switched. That was the first time that we're having issues. The shoes. We got the different shoes, which I don't have handy. And then the socks. Well, we wear the
Features.
Yeah.
I always say it wrong. Oh, I haven't shown you this. Oh, so this is a work of art by Joe. I always say, "Hey, I have this really great idea," and he rolls his eyes at me and goes, "What is it?" I have this picture. Can you do this?
What? Pull the latest one in from outside.
Yeah. So it happened with the crib that I wanted when we started having kids. It was at Pottery Barn and we couldn't afford it at that point. And I said, "Hey, you can make things. Can you?"
My dad and I built the crib, and then
I built a crib, and then I
actually,
needed
on
a
part of
changing
it,
table.
every kid
And
who's been at their name and their birthday.
yeah, and
And
so
my
this
dad
is a simulated. Yes,
it's a simulation. It's a
fake Epcot. No, not Epcot. Magic Kingdom purple wall.
It's just not purple because somebody doesn't like purple. And I have to tell you, when it was taped with the blue, the colors did not look right. I can't.
There's some hidden Mickeys in the wall too. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, see, there's one. Right. Whoops. There. Hidden Mickeys. So yeah, it's just like geometric shapes. There's no rhyme or reason to the shapes either. They don't match the wall there. What does she say? When you started having kids. That was like 20 years ago, Ellen. Think about that. 20 years ago. I'm not old though.
No.
No, not old.
Joey's getting old, but
Yeah,
we're not
no,
old.
I don't get old. I don't. No. But yeah, so that's our background. So, yep,
Yes, it's our secret Disney wall.
it's our Disney wall. Yeah, but
So
I think that's pretty much about it. So, still working on the chafing. I got chafed again this week. Did you?
no,
This is the first time. Yes, at heart, always at heart, Ellen, always. Um, this is the
and
first
acting sometimes.
time. This is the first training series that I have that I've chafed. All the other ones before I never did.
I usually do, and this one I haven't been having as much trouble.
I don't know what it is.
Those Old Navy shorts I have for the long run that have
Yeah.
the built-in like
Spandex to them.
those seem to be money. And then I bought some Old Navy Under Armour like spandex running.
Yeah. All of my compression leggings and compression shorts are Old Navy.
Yeah, you really like their stuff.
Yeah, I don't have anything else, other brands. I mean, I have other brands. I don't wear them for running though.
I have a mix of different things.
So I don't know. Like I'll have to have you look at and rub some of that Aquaphor later on my back on like the line at my waist. It did
Did it
those,
again?
yeah.
It was pretty
And
good.
then I also noticed like when we get home from runs, and I don't know, maybe this happens to other people, or I'm hoping it does so that I'm not weird. I mean, I know I am anyway, but
It's only your left side.
but I have like it's not hives because it doesn't itch, but it almost looks like, I don't know, a rash on, I don't know. It's not all over. It's like on my torso, but it goes away.
Is something rubbing as you run? Is it a heat?
I don't know if it's just from like heat and moisture. And so I know, I'm telling you, I know I am. I mean, at least I admit it, right?
Weird.
Different.
Well, I mean, if you're friends
I'm
with Ellen,
built
if
different.
you're friends with Ellen, you must be weird.
Ellen's a good breed though. Ellen's good. So I don't know. Maybe it happens to other people. I don't know.
Got it.
But the chafing, I can't stand it. It hurts. Like it
Yes.
only hurts for like 24 to 48 hours. But I have that recovery time now. But I won't in January because
Right.
I'll have back to back days.
Well, that's
and it's just going to get worse.
that. Yeah, that's
But it only seems to happen on the longer run, so it would just be from the half to the full that the
great.
issue.
So it would.
She's going to get you now.
So it would be great. So you'd be fine after the half and going to the full, and you have to go for 26 miles. That's not going to be. We have to have a solution better than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something. And this, I don't feel like anything's tight. I mean, when you wear compression leggings and you start to sweat, I mean, taking them off is it's like a workout in itself because everything sticks to you.
I don't have that problem.
I know you don't. It's a girl thing. You wouldn't understand.
No, I don't.
Anyway, but I don't feel like things are tight, like hurting me tight. It just rubs. I guess it's just the distance. And when we've trained before, we haven't necessarily repeated 13 miles every weekend. We
Right.
would hit 10 and stop because to go another 3, like we now understand, is that's not that big of a deal.
No, and that's the thing too with like this 315 and was
Yeah.
it 17? What's the mile? Is 18 miles is like the
The magic
number
number.
for
That's what
marathon?
everybody says, but 18 and then still have to go to 26. That seems like a big jump. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was. But people claim if you can get to 18, you can get to 26, and it's
maybe it won't be pretty, but you can get there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never done a marathon. This will be my first marathon. It might be my last. Well, I'm not going to say that because
It won't be her last. She'll do this again. Not next year.
why?
Well, we have to look at the schedule. But he's a senior. If we're going to be missing
Oh.
a senior season,
What's the order of the races? Okay, so Ellen's asking the question of races. So when we run in January for the Dopey Challenge, it will be Thursday will be a 5K, Friday will be a 10K, Saturday will be a half marathon, and then Sunday will be the full marathon. So total of 48.6 miles broken up over 4 days. So yeah, we'll bring up the Run Disney website here. So Thursday, so the start time's at 5 a.m., which means the buses most likely will be at 3 a.m.
It might be 2:30
Yeah, they might be.
because it used to be at 5:30. So if they're moving it up to 5 a.m., it might actually even be a little earlier.
I'm kind of curious to see why they moved the time. Why they moved it up 30 minutes? It must be to space people out some. That's what I'm guessing.
I know.
So then, what is this? The 10K.
It's
So
the 10K
Friday,
on Friday.
January 7th, and then the half on.
January 8th.
Yeah, that's Saturday, and then the full marathon happens on January 9th. And no, only bad things happen at those hours unless you're at Disney running a race, and then it's all fun and games.
You should know about getting up early and running at 5 a.m.
I mean,
Isn't that kind of the whole? But yeah, so then we're doing the Dopey Challenge, which is the 48.6 miles in 4 consecutive days.
So
Which we also get the Goofy race and a
yeah,
half. 'Cause,
so we're running 4 races, but we get 6 medals because we get the challenge medal for doing the Goofy, and we get the challenge medal for doing Dopey as well. So Goofy, if you just signed up for the Goofy challenge, that's the half and the full. But because we signed up for Dopey, that encompasses all of the challenges for that weekend. So we'll get 6 shirts, 6 medals.
somewhere we had the medals. I don't have them readily available.
So yeah. What are you
I was
pulling
going to
up?
pull up a course map, but
Oh. So for the full marathon, we don't know what the courses will look like. But in years past, for the full marathon, you run through all 4 parks. So we're looking forward to that. We've run through 3 for other half
yes,
marathons.
we've never actually run through. We've run through 4 of them. We've never run through all 3 at the same time.
all 4 at the same time.
That would be what I meant.
Yeah.
But so we start out here on this highway, and you actually drop you off over. This is just, but yeah, we don't need to do it. We can do this another time. But yeah, you ran through Epcot all the way up here to Magic Kingdom,
Back out down to Animal Kingdom.
through Animal Kingdom, then you loop back up, to hit Blizzard Beach, and Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm excited if they keep that. I like Blizzard Beach. So.
I do too. That seemed to be a controversial point.
Yeah.
But
we'll see. We don't have any guidance on any of this yet. It's too early.
No, and we don't know what they're doing.
We don't know what they're gonna do.
Wine and Dine is
2 months away.
You're right on your birthday.
Right, beginning of November.
So it's.
Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. So yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We're watching closely for Wine and Dine to see
what they do, how they handle the corrals, what they do with characters, what they do with
just
water,
everything.
food.
Yeah, water.
Somebody said something crazy about having foot pump water stations for you to refill your own bottle. There's
I don't know
like 20,000 runners.
Yeah.
Maybe not that many this year, but even say if it's 10 to 15.
It's still a lot of people trying to. They'll figure it out. They'll make it safe. I'm not worried about it. Well, if we have to, we just pack our hydration packs. We have it with us. We don't have to.
No, it just.
We know how far we can go with those. So.
Yep.
So far, so good. Our watches, however, are not going to make it that far.
No, we're gonna have
somebody brought that up to me. Texted me that our I was talking to somebody about it.
We've got this portable charger so we can
Yeah.
charge them at some point. Now, we won't be using them to play music or a book as we're running.
That's true. So that
so
will
that will
help
help a
save
little
it.
bit. And we really don't need to track. Now,
Distance. I don't know.
and then we're going to try to live stream it. I did find an app that will let me live stream
Oh,
it
that's
through
good.
the YouTube this
So we'll
week.
be able to.
So I did figure that out. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to follow us at 5 a.m., we'll be up and running,
Yeah.
literally.
Hmm.
But we'll have the live stream going. So if you, especially on Sunday, as we're coming towards the finish,
Yeah.
people can check in.
Because that will be
We'll be out there for a while.
5 hours after.
It will be like 10 to 12 in the morning by the time we get near the finish line.
Oh, as you're waking up and having your coffee will be. I don't know.
When you go to church, pray for us because we'll still be
I
out
always
there.
have I always have my own like personal like little things that I have to do. Like we've done different things. Like I have to have a snack or I have to stop for X amount of character pictures.
Well,
but like
we're
we
planning
don't
on riding Everest. They're closing it the week before the race. There's a lot of very unhappy.
I'm still fingers crossed that maybe they'll rethink that. And
I
do it
think
the
we
week
bust out and
after.
we go to either rock and roller coaster, or if we're really feeling good and have time.
Tower of Terror.
I was thinking Slinky Dog.
Oh, but that's far. That's I have to rethink about that. Anyway, we always do little challenges
We'll have
within the whole challenge itself. But
because
anyway,
48.6 miles in 4 days isn't enough of a challenge. Let's add more.
so if you guys have any ideas for us, make sure you drop them in the comments
Yeah, because
because
the last half marathon we did in Epcot, we did
we did 2 rides.
is it Ariel or Little Mermaid? What do they call that one?
We did Nemo
Oh, not even.
and Frozen.
Oh, no,
Because
it's-
remember the
yeah.
cast members at Norway were like, have you crossed the finish line? And we said, no, they're like, fast pass lane now.
Yeah, they let us cut right through, which
Yeah.
was great because
The line wasn't bad. It
we
was like
still
20
had
minutes or
time
something.
because we had enough of a head start on
Yeah.
the balloon ladies.
So yeah, if you guys can think of any fun
We'll have to do one
little
of these where
challenges for
we
us.
just
Yeah.
talk about. We'll
Let
do
us
one where we
know.
talk about prepping for the race, and then we'll do another one just like on.
Race etiquette and stuff like that. And we will show you how we pack too.
And we'll
For
try
all
not to
of this.
babble on
But-
as much.
Saturday's 3:15, so stay tuned on how that goes.
Yes, and the
and
strides.
and strides.
So
We
this-
have to add those.
Actually, some interesting stuff this week. Something changed up, which is nice.
Yep.
So it's not just the same.
So we hope you guys have a great week. Keep going and be magical, and we'll see you real soon.